Hmm, the place where I currently live has no particular eerie history. My family has lived on this land for generations, so I always thought that as long as I stayed in this house, I wouldn't experience anything frightening. However, recently, whether it's day or night, I've been hearing a low humming from a woman when I'm in the living room. Hmm, hmm, mm. At first, it's so faint that I can only hear it if I really strain my ears. But if I ignore it, the sound gradually gets closer. Hmm, hmm, hmm. And if I continue to ignore it, it gets so close that I can hear it without concentrating at all. Hmm, hmm, hmm. So, whenever I notice the sound, I start chanting the last part of the Heart Sutra over and over. It's the only part I know. As long as I keep reciting the Gyata Gyati part of the sutra, the voice gradually fades away. But I can't focus on the TV in the living room anymore. The voice appears at completely random times. And if I don't start chanting the Heart Sutra quickly enough, sometimes it even enters the room. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Oh, and by the way, my favorite band recently released a new album. I was so excited to get it on release day that I rushed to the store, bought it, and came straight home to listen to it with my headphones. After listening to the entire album, I was basking in the afterglow. And when I took off my headphones, right next to my ear, I heard the haunted shrine. Whether he knew about my love for the occult or not, this guy, friend A, who I'm not really close with, started talking to me. Not only are we not close, but it's actually pretty awkward, because I stole his girlfriend, though A hasn't found out. A, I saw a ghost twice at the Halis shrine. You live nearby, right? Whatever you do, don't go there at 1 a.m. Most people would avoid the place entirely after hearing something like that, even during the day. But me? I couldn't wait to go. The urge to visit was driving me crazy. The shrine is surrounded by mountains on all sides, and to get there, you have to climb 40 or 50 steps. But instead, I chose a path through the woods, a barely visible trail that's not even fit for animals. I knew the way well, and I wanted to catch a glimpse of the ghost without being seen. Checking the time, I saw it was 20 minutes to 1 a.m. Maybe I got here too early, I thought, looking around. That's when I noticed a figure near the spot where the stairs would lead up. Here comes the ghost, I thought, peering closely. But when I looked harder, I realized it was A, hiding there with a knife in his hand. You'll turn into a ghost. This is a story from when I was little. One day, my older brother brought home a bunch of rhinoceros beetle larvae. I wanted some too, so I asked him where he found them, but he wouldn't tell me. I figured it had to be in the woods behind our house, so the next day, a friend and I went there together. We were too young to know where rhinoceros beetle larvae might live. So we just started digging randomly, but of course, we didn't find anything. As we ventured deeper into the woods, we noticed a patch of earth that was a different color from the rest. This must be the spot, we thought, excitedly starting to dig. Suddenly, we heard a voice behind us. "What are you boys doing?" We turned around to see a man we didn't recognize standing there. "We're looking for rhinoceros beetle larvae," we said. The man replied kindly, "They won't be in a place like this. You should look somewhere else." But we were convinced. "There are signs of digging here, so they must be," we insisted and kept digging. After a short pause, the man spoke again, this time in a quiet voice. "If you keep digging, you'll turn into a ghost." Terrified by the word ghost, we stopped digging. The man smiled and took our hands, leading us to a place where we could actually find the larvae. I remember his hand trembling. Looking back now, I wonder what was buried there. And why did he say, "You'll turn into a ghost," instead of, "A ghost will come out"? Was it just a slip of the tongue? I'll never know. Everything remains buried in that mountain behind our house.